a fax for you has arrived. It's still in the machine.
The Argo technician's files. Maybe they contain something interesting. So one of them has an entry in the police database. Interesting, but it's not proof. We'll try to be as brief as possible. No one ever bothers to read long reports. All right, it's done. Let's see what Diego and Kotu have managed to put together so far. So?
I have something here. I've added it to Kotu's findings, but it's not much. If you find it interesting, send it together with the report.
Well, there are a couple of interesting things there.
Max's name connected with those paintings? What does it mean? Why now? Why just now? Why can't I have a little rest? Even chance conspires against me. Or maybe not. But what could it be? An omen?
Are you all right?
What?
I just want to know if you're all right. You're as pale as a sheet. Maybe you should have some rest. It's your first day here, after all. Why stress yourself? Go home, get some sleep. Me and Kotu will manage somehow. In fact, everything is almost done. We only have to send it.
Would you really take care of that report? I could use a bit of rest, that's for sure.
Sure, I just need to send it. Don't knock yourself out. I don't want to regret persuading you to return to the job.
Something's going on, Diego. Something really weird. Do you think you could omit the irrelevant things from the summary? We don't need to flood the FBI with information having, in fact, no connection with the case.
Irrelevant stuff, but I told you. I see, of course, irrelevant stuff connected to someone. Understood. Why confuse them more than necessary, right? I'll adjust that.
Laura, I almost forgot. Someone called you.
Suzanne?
Yes, Laura?
Who wanted to talk to me?
Someone called and asked if you were here, speaking quite strangely. I thought maybe he was South African. My roommate has been dating one recently, so I listen to it almost daily.
Wasn't the name Jabali? Didn't they mention the name Leclerc?
They didn't introduce themselves, but yes, I think they mentioned the second name. And then something about having information for you. But when they were told you couldn't answer the phone immediately, they simply hung up. Didn't even give their number.
But I really need that information.
The exchange is manned by Muriel today. Maybe she'll tell you where they called from.
Hey, Laura.
Hey, I heard about what happened. I'm so sorry. Do you need anything? Should I drop by in the evening?
Thanks, but let's leave it for next time, shall we? Right now I need you to help me here at work. Someone called in, but they didn't leave a message.
Uh-huh. And what exactly do you need me to do?
Would you be able to find out what number the call came from?
Of course. Or do you think my computer is here just to play solitaire?
You're great, thanks.
You're welcome. I'm gonna find the last number they called you from, and I'll put you through right away.
Ja,
Durand here, the Office of Art Theft Investigation. Someone called me from this number?
dit is Durand.
Mr. Rand, I'm glad to hear you again.
Zanzele? Where are you calling from?
I'm closer than you would expect. I've come to Lyon. I'm going to attend the opening of an exhibition. Very old and very strange things.
I see. Anything new at home? Anything at all?
I'm afraid nothing you'd like to hear. But I need to talk to you anyway. Come to my flat anytime. It's just next to the Lyon Opera.
I'm sorry, but maybe some other time. I'm really busy at the moment.
We have such an old saying in my home that one who hides his illness has no medicine. And there's something to it, don't you think? Come. Come, my dear. It's important that we have a talk, very important.
Madam is exhausted from the journey. You have to wait. Well, and that stuff around here. They're rare things, so try not to make fun of them, all right?
Sure, Jabali. I see our sympathies are mutual. Zanzeli has really weird decorations here. Very valuable, but a bit morbid. Almost all that's shown here is somehow connected with death. It's a simple, plain bowl, but it surely is old and rare, much like everything here. Those damn statuettes. Why did she leave them here? Does she want me to notice them? If it weren't for those statuettes, Max would... I shouldn't have listened to Renier. I shouldn't...
They say that anger and wrath are destructive. It was never true, and it's not true now. Anger is better than resignation. Such a flame may get you far, Lara, but you must control it. Let it burn only where it's needed.
That's why you invited me? Did I rush here only to listen to a lecture on good behavior? You know well why I've come.
Forgive me. I understand you're concerned with only one thing. I wish I had a good news for you, but it is not meant to be. They still haven't found Max's body, but nevertheless I brought you something, an amulet.
But that's his amulet. He had it on him.
Washed up by the sea. I'll give it to you, but I'd like to ask you for something. I want to help you, but you must believe me. Do you believe, Lara?
In what?
You know in what. Do you believe in Max?
How many days since he's been away? How often waking from dreams where all is as it was? Haven't I been tortured enough? Give me that amulet and I'll go.
The amulet is not an ordinary trinket. It's a powerful thing. A thing with its own story, with its soul. With a strong tie because it was given out of love. I know a ritual old and powerful that we may perform. We could summon his soul.
His soul? It means that he's dead?
Some things resist being described with the words of this world, my dear. We can't define all things, store them in a nice box with a tag. Is the color gray more white or black? So how do you decide?
Do you expect me to sit at this table with you and play spooky games? Summon those souls of yours, but you won't find him. He's alive somewhere and will return to me. He'll come back to me when the right time comes.
Oh, that unfailing human fate. Great thing. Tell me, if Max was really alive, what if he's changed? Views, values that you share. None of that is unchanging.
He couldn't have changed so much that I'd stop loving him.
Be careful with that word, my dear. Never is too powerful for someone who doesn't see far. That amulet. Not many people know the true value of things. Only a few understand their true essence. The magic they hide in themselves. If you try to sell it, how much do you think you get?
I wouldn't sell it, never. He's going to take it back someday.
Sure, you wouldn't sell it. For anybody else, it would have value of maybe several hundred rands. But for you, you feel the magic. The fine spider were woven into it.
All he ever had, what he touched, has now a completely different value.
And moreover, what about the stuff he intentionally put a part of himself in?
Why all these riddles? Do you mean his paintings?
Maybe. A painting is a window to the soul, Laura. I think you would be silly not to look at it very closely. Maybe you will see his thoughts in it.
Let's stop it, okay? I don't really have the strength to talk about him anymore now, or about the accident.
Fate. Fate is not an accident, Laura.
I'll take that amulet with me until Max comes back. The statuettes which started it all. Two memories of ancient stories.
According to the latest news, the earthquake that hit the town is...
Our beautiful and newly restored flat, now empty and silent. Zanzella is probably right. I should try to find out what Max was thinking before he disappeared. In haste, I tighten the cord so tight that I won't ever be able to untie it. As a child, Max's last painting. Oh my god! What was that? Am I losing my mind? Damn! Durand.
2 hours for lunch, a glass of wine, pause for a game of tank. So who would bother answering the phone? Let it ring, there's no hurry.
Yeah, on top of which we'd spend most of our time here watching TV series about how you in the States do everything the right way.
Aren't we a bit cheeky, Durand?
You know I had a good teacher. Kira, it has been ages since you last called me. What are you doing? How are you? I'm so glad to hear you again.
Couldn't be better. Oh, I'm alive at least. In any case, I've got an interesting report here from your department. The analysis of that incident in Mission Street. You know what? It's not that bad.
You're calling me from the States only to tell me that the report's not bad?
Well, in fact, it's quite good. I'd even say excellent, but someone might take it personally.
It's teamwork.
My God, you're still so naive. Save that for Renier. It was the two of us who destroyed the southern smuggling route. It's only thanks to us. Those art pieces from Russia and China aren't someone's living room now. Who else would recognize your thinking as nothing?
It's the past, and you've never gone digging in the past. Push on ahead, that's the hardy Irish girl. So, what do you really need?
I want you here. I like your deductions. My boss likes them too. He's already booked a flight for you. You'll see the Golden Gate. Maybe save 3 lives. So?
Normally I would decline, but I'm interested in that case. Really interested. And if you put it that way, I've got to talk to Renier.
Why? You've already got her consent and your air ticket is booked. See you at the crime scene.
Kira, you...
In your current pace, his paintings are suddenly being mentioned. A phone call from an old friend? Isn't it strange how things from the past shape our future? How the past sometimes sends us on a journey into the unknown. Right now you wonder whether going down this road is best. Whether the answers at its end and brings you into here. But it's too late now, Nora. Too late to turn back.
I saw a lot of places on my way here heavily damaged by the earthquake. It isn't so bad here. The cheap suburban houses are the worst damaged, as usual. I'm Larissa Duran from the Office for Art Theft Investigation. Captain Burke has permitted me to look around the crime scene.
The office for what? But, wait, You're the new one from the Examiner, aren't you? Geez, I almost swallowed the bait.
A journalist? Me? What makes you think that?
Look, miss, I understand you. You're new and you need to make a name with an exclusive story. So with some petty theft, I might help you, but this is really something different.
Listen, find Burke and verify it.
So you want to keep playing this stupid game? Journalists. 523, 1039, Burke.
What's going on?
There's a woman here.
Durand. Madame Durand.
Durand? She says she's from some office that searches for stolen art items.
Sure, you should get it. Yeah, man, you couldn't even remember your own name.
But you haven't...
Jesus, don't hold her up anymore and let her inside. I've got something here to deal with, then I'll come over.
That's a bit embarrassing. I'm really sorry. I really can't remember him saying anything about you.
It's okay. This bar is loose. Maybe it will come in handy. Building site entry. I'm more interested in what's in the church, though. An old metal fence. One of the bars is broken. Rules for parishioners. The last one announces that the church was damaged by the earthquake and will stay closed during the reconstruction works.
Wait, I know who you are now. Of course. There are rules, you know. I don't want to give Burke another chance to bite my head off.
There's some building site behind the fence, but no one is working there. After the earthquake, all the construction works were probably suspended for some time. Building site entry. I'm more interested in what's in the church, though. Asphalt is still warm and sticky. It hasn't been here more than a few hours. Okay, I'm going to look inside.
Sure, but first I need to see something. Not that I don't believe you.
The correct procedure to prove identification for Patrol number 523. The investigation at the crime scene hasn't finished yet, so it's necessary to watch it. Building site entry. Am I to use those two things? That doesn't make any sense. I don't think that would be of any use. I don't think it will be any use to him. Building site entry. I'm more interested in what's in the church, though. I'd say that this won't lead anywhere. Am I to use those two things together? But how? That doesn't make any sense. Building site entry. I'm more interested in what's in the church, though. I'd say that this won't lead anywhere. Am I to use those two things together? But how? I don't think that would be of any use. I'd say that this won't lead anywhere. Am I to use those... Building site entry. I won't gain... Am I to use... That doesn't make it... I'd say that... I don't think... Here's my badge. I hope that's the last formality needed here.
Wait, here's the key. Better lock it. You wouldn't believe what the journalists are willing to do for a couple of photos. Moreover, the FBI crew hasn't finished and they have their things here.
Okay, let's have a look at the very reason I've traveled across the ocean. Well, if it isn't my favorite federal agent, you look great as usual. But to get locked up while working?
Laura, have you run across Burke? Because if not, you're gonna see an exemplary idiot. I suppose he's enjoyed outsmarting an FBI agent, but he's damn well gonna apologize for forgetting about me when he locked the door. Idiot.
Sharp as usual.
Pissed off by the stupidity of others, as usual.
Your hair looks good.
Hair? I haven't had a haircut for at least a year. What about you? Still with Max?
A year? How long ago was it when we were stuck in that stinking hole in the cow? 2 years?
More. You know what? I miss it. Only us two naive girls from the Russian and American police, far from all those forms and procedures.
Don't tell me that. So what do you have?
We haven't secured it all here yet, although the FBI has already taken some things away. The police were investigating here too, but we took over quite quickly.
Okay, I'm ready to go.
That's why I needed you. Show me that you haven't grown lazy in Lyon.